Hi everyone, in this short podcast I'm going to show you the new features of the version 3 of Ariadne GPS app. The main changes relates to the interface, the user interface. We will see that we changed the arrangement, the layout of the home screen, and also we introduced a tab bar at the bottom of the screen. We also removed some of the labels that were on the old interface and changed them into graphic buttons. Okay, let's see the main screen. We have three buttons on the top. The one is Where Am I button.
Where am I? Button.
Then there is
Start monitoring button.
the Start monitoring button that was moved to the top.
Add to favorites button.
And the Add to Favorites button. Then we have the labels. The first one is about the closest favorites. So,
Nearest favorite, Busvale 12 Giagno.
okay, here you will hear Italian names for the streets and for the favorites.
35 meters, 93 degrees compass to your right.
This is the distance from the point. The system also gives us an angle, which is in this case 93 degrees compass. We will talk about this later. The angle can be compass or GPS, and we will see what it means.
Direction of movement unavailable. 162 degrees south.
Okay, here we have the label for the direction of movement. In this case it is unavailable because I'm not moving actually. And 162 degrees is the compass. So if I rotate my device, it will change.
145 degrees southeast.
Yes.
141 degrees southeast. You are about 19 meters from UIC Bologna de Loro 3. 162 degrees compass to your right.
Okay, next label relates to the alert for the favorites. So when I approach a favorite, this label will be filled with the information that I'm at about certain number of meters from that favorite. Next label is the one for the address. So in this case it's gonna be an Italian address.
Via de Loro 1-15 Galvani, Bologna.
Okay, Via del Loro 1-15 Bologna. Then we have a certain number of graphic buttons which we are going to look at.
Speed unavailable.
Okay, the first one is the speed, which is unavailable in this case since I'm not moving, of course.
Location accuracy 65 meters.
Okay, the second one is the location accuracy. We all know what this is because it's the same as the previous versions, but in this case it's just a graphic button. Next one.
Altitude 70 meters above sea level.
Altitude, this is new, and it is the altitude, so Ariadne can now give us also the altitude.
Vertical accuracy 10 meters.
And also, if we have the altitude, we would like to know what's the vertical accuracy for that value. In this case, it is 10 meters, so we have the altitude and the vertical accuracy for the value. Next three buttons are technical buttons. They refer to the GPS, to the network service, and to the map service availability. So you should know about them actually.
Wi-Fi service available.
I'm using our Wi-Fi here.
Location services available.
Okay, this is the GPS.
Map server responding.
Okay, in this case it states that the map server is responding. Okay, and then we have two buttons.
Look around button. Explore area button.
Okay, that you should know. They will allow us to explore the map using our finger. Well, the news is that at the bottom of the screen we have a tab bar.
Selected. Home. Tab. 1 of 4.
Okay, with 4 tabs. Home.
List of favorites. Tab. 2 of. Settings. Tab. 3 of 4. About Ariadne GPS. Tab. 4 of 4.
Okay, so another important news is that we brought the settings into the app. They were in the main settings of the device. In this case, they are into the settings tab of the app. So let's go and explore the list of favorites.
List of favorites. Tab. 2 of 4. Selected.
Okay, here the news is that we can share our point with friends. We have an edit button at the top left of the screen. If we choose that,
Edit button.
okay, we enter the editing mode for the table, for the list. We choose the favorites we want to share.
List of favorite options. But UIC Bologna de Loro 3, 25 meters, 14 degrees compass to your right.
With our friends, so I just choose this one, but
selected. UIC Bologna de Loro 3, 25 meters,
okay.
14 degrees compass to your right.
I double tap on it to select it. I could select more than one. Okay, let's select another one.
Busvale 12 Giogno, 85 meters, 42 degrees compass to your right.
Okay, double tap.
Selected. Busvale 12 Giogno, 85 meters, 42 degrees compass to your right.
What can I do with these 2 points? At the top right of the screen, there's another button, which is an action button.
Options button.
Double tap on it.
Alert. Favorites manager.
We have various options. Let's explore them.
Trash selected. 2 button.
Okay, we can trash the 2 points we selected.
Share selected. 2 button.
We can share the point selected.
Trash all button.
We can also trash or share all of our favorites point, so we should use those features carefully. In this case, I'm going to share these 2 favorites. Well, to trash, it's quite obvious, so I won't do that. I'm just going to share the 2 favorites.
Share selected. 2 button.
Okay, double tap.
Alert. Confirm sharing for selected.
Okay, we confirm.
Okay, button. Ariadne wants to share. Send. Dimmed. Button.
An email message is open. We just need to enter the address and send the email. Our friend will receive the email with an attachment that he will be able to open in Ariadne GPS and import. We will see that and how it works.
Cancel.
For now,
button.
I'm going to do cancel. Otherwise, I could just send by hitting the send button. Okay, just cancel.
Alert. Delete draft. Delete draft.
Yes, I delete draft. Okay.
List of favorites. Done. Button.
In this case, I hit done to exit the editing mode for the list.
Edit. Button.
Okay. I can also choose to share or delete a single point by entering the detail for that point. So if I choose
Castiglione Angolo Arinti, 114 meters, 109 degrees compass to your left.
I choose this favorite and enter.
Favorite details. List of favorites. Back button.
Here,
favorite detail. Options. Button.
Here I have an option button. I click on it.
Alert. Favorites manager.
And among the various options, I also have the option to
share.
To
button.
share or trash.
Trash. Button. Cancel. Button.
In this case, I hit cancel.
Favorite. List of favorites. Back button. List of favorites. Castiglione Angolo Arinti, 114 meters, 112 degrees compass to your left.
Okay, let's suppose that we have received an email with an attachment from a friend who wants to share his favorites with us. We open the email, we choose the attachment.
Message. Favorites. Ariadne. 1.4 kb.
Okay.
Button.
I double tap on it with the second tap longer.
Alert. Quick look. Button. Open in Ariadne GPS.
And
Button.
choose Open in Ariadne GPS. Double tap.
Import favorites. Here is the list of favorites being imported. Please select only the ones you don't want to import into your archive.
Okay. So we can have even 100 favorites to import. We can select the ones that we don't want to import. So let's choose
OK. Button.
OK. Okay, in
Cancel.
this case,
Button.
we have 3 favorites that can be imported.
Import. Bus Garganelli.
This is the first one,
Santo Stefano and Gallo Cardilleria.
the second one,
Bus Gurazzi.
and the third one. I'm not going to import the last one, so I select it, double tap on it.
Selected. Bus Gurazzi.
Okay, now I'm ready, so I just hit done.
Import. Button.
Import button, sorry.
Alert. Import complete. 2 favorites to be imported. 0 were imported. 2 were already in your archive.
Okay, in this case, it didn't import anything because the 2 favorites I was trying to import were already in my archive. Otherwise, I would get a different message stating the number of favorites that were important. So I just choose close.
Close. Button.
Okay, the same way we imported Ariadne favorites, we can import OSM file, which is OpenStreetMap format. It's an XML, or GPX format, which is another GPS format for the POI. So Ariadne is now able to import from both GPX and OSM. Okay, let's have a look at the settings part. Okay, so we're going to the tab settings.
Settings. Tab. 3 of 4.
Double tap.
Selected.
Okay, we brought the settings into the app and we grouped the settings into 5 main areas. The first one is monitor.
Monitor.
I enter it. Okay.
Monitor. Settings. Back button.
Many of the options you should know because they are not changed since the last version. There are just some new. So they're at the bottom.
City. Street number. Zip code. Area. State. Switch. Country. Query interval. Maps service status. Both. VoiceOver announces when favorite changes. Switch button. Off.
Okay, this last option is when we are moving, if the closest favorite changes, VoiceOver will tell us, even if the VoiceOver focus is not on the correct label. So it depends on what we want. If we want VoiceOver to tell us when the closest favorite changes, we activate this one. Otherwise, we leave it off, and VoiceOver won't tell us when the closest favorite changes. Okay, this is all for the monitor
settings. Back button.
Settings.
Favorites manager.
Favorites manager. Let's go.
Favorites manager. Settings. Back button.
Okay. Here there are some new, and the others.
Favorites manager. Heading.
Are
voice alert for favorite. Switch. Vibration for favorite. Sound for favorite. Comedy whistle.
Oh, okay. Sound for favorite. If I enter this section, I have a list of sounds.
Sound for favorite. Favorites manager.
Okay.
Back button.
In this version, you can have a preview for the sound. So when I select a sound,
soft pulsing accent.
If I select it,
selected. Soft pulsing accent.
I have the preview.
Pulsing logo selected. Pulsing logo accent.
Okay. Let's
soft pulsing accent. Selected.
Okay, let's choose
soft
this
pulsing
one.
accent.
Okay.
Favorites manager. Settings. Back distance for alert. Alert repeats. No.
Okay, the others.
Alert frequency. Point to favorite. Clock directions. Switch button.
If you don't know the meaning of these settings, just look at the other podcasts. There are previous podcasts in which we discuss these settings. Clock direction, okay.
Use compass instead of direction of movement to detect favorite direction. Switch button. Off.
I'll be back on this because I have to discuss this further. So I'll be back on this option. Let's
Settings.
go on.
Back
Settings.
Map.
Map. There are no changes
Map.
here.
Settings. iOS device.
Okay.
iOS device. Settings. Back button.
This version of Ariadne can also work in background, so there is an option to activate the background.
iOS background. Switch button. Off. Alert. Background GPS and battery. Please consider that use of background GPS may draw heavily on your device battery. Use this feature only as needed.
Okay.
OK. Button. iOS device. Background. Switch button. On.
When I activate the background function, basically the app will keep working in background. So if I use other apps or I just switch to the home screen, the app will keep working and I will get alerts for favorites as push notifications on the top of the screen. Consider that if you activate the background, your battery will drain even if the app is not active, because it will keep using the GPS. Okay, we'll now deactivate it.
Off.
As I said, you will have push notification and you will have the same sound that you set into the settings for the favorites.
Allow screen lock. Switch button. Off.
Allow screen lock. You had this this option before. When using Ariadne, the screen won't lock by default, so you will be able to explore the user interface at any time. But this also will may reduce the duration of your battery. So you can also choose to allow the screen lock. But if you allow the screen lock, if you don't activate the background, Ariadne will actually stop working, because it won't work in background, and when the screen is locked, it's like a background actually. Units, nothing is changed.
Units, settings, back button.
It just switched from matrix system to the imperial units. Okay, there's one more things. Okay, there's one more thing that we should talk about, which is here in the home. Okay. Here we have this indication.
28 meters, 43 degrees compass to your left.
28 meters, 43 degrees compass to your left. Why does it say compass? It can say compass or GPS. Well, this is because the direction of movement is unavailable.
Direction of movement unavailable.
Okay.
28 meters, 43 degrees compass to your left.
This means that the angle does not refer to my direction of movement, because I'm not moving, but it refers to the orientation of the device, to the compass.
45 degrees compass to your left.
Compass. It uses the compass because the direction of movement is not available. So I can actually try and point.
28 meters, 43 degrees compass to your left. 28 meters, 42 degrees compass to your left. 28 meters, 45 degrees compass to your left.
Is using the compass, so I can try and
28 meters,
point
46 degrees compass to your left. 20 meters, 19 degrees compass to your right.
Okay, I can try and point the favorite.
8 meters, 2 degrees compass to your right. 28 meters, 4 degrees compass to your right.
You will hear
28
this
meters,
sound.
2 degrees compass to your right. 28 meters, 3 degrees, direction of movement unavailable.
You will hear this sound when you point the favorite. This means that I'm pointing my device towards the point. When I am moving, or at least the system thinks that I'm moving, which means that the direction of movement is available, the angle will not refer to the compass, but it will refer to the GPS, or which means to my direction of movement. So if it says that a certain favorite is 30 degrees to my right, that means that it is 30 degrees to my right with respect to my direction of movement. If I'm not moving, it will say 30 degrees compass, which is 30 degrees relating to the with respect to the device orientation, to the compass. Well, sometimes it happens that I'm not moving, but the system thinks I am. So I have a direction of movement which is valid, but I'm not moving. What to do in that case? Because in that case, the angle that the system gives, which refers to the GPS, so to the direction of movement, is not valid because I'm not moving. In that case, I can force the system to use the compass. How do I do this? I go into the settings section.
List of settings. Tab 3 of 4.
Okay.
Selected. Settings. Back button.
And
Settings.
I go into
Favorites manager. Favorites clock. Use compass instead of direction of movement to detect favorite direction. Switch button. Off.
Okay, if I activate this button...
Alert frequency.
Sorry.
10 sec. Use compass instead of direction of... On.
When I activate this button, I force the system to use the compass instead of the direction of movement. So even if I have a valid direction of movement, but I'm not moving, I can force the system and use the compass. Okay, I think that's all for this version. If you have any question, you can visit the website and you can write me at info@ariadnegps.eu, or you can visit the FAQ section to find the answer to your question. Thank you very much for listening.